Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Stacy with Crafty Dragon Creations, and welcome to my video for Teri's Crafty Christmas. I'm a part of this collaboration this year, and today's my day for my video. If you've been following along, you've seen all this information. You can skip ahead to the project if you want, but I do want to go over some of this for those that might just be tuning in or sometime in the future. So yeah, huge collaboration, 30 collaborators, 50 plus videos because some people are doing more than one video. 5 Facebook groups are doing this together. There's going to be 5 drawings and 22 great prizes. We're using kits from LineDotArrow. And she is providing free papers only in the LineDotArrow Facebook group. Or I believe you could get them on her Ko-fi for a small fee, but the freebies are only at the LineDotArrow Facebook group. Okay. Collaboration runs December 1st through December 25th. And let's see here. These are the Facebook groups that are doing this together. There's Sweet Pea Papers, LineDotArrow Junk Journal Group, Junk Journal Tutorials and More, and Junk Journal and Paper Crafts, and Two Sister Jam. So the reason you need to know this is because I'm going to tell you how to enter the drawing. So do your make and make a post in any or all 5 of these Facebook groups using the kit papers, the free weekly challenge papers, or you can do a combination of both. The posts must state what kit you're using, or what challenge paper, or the combination. Okay. You can take a screenshot of this so you can make sure you have all the rules. The post can be pictures or a reel or a video. Your post must include the hashtag Teri's Crafty Christmas. Must have that hashtag and make sure it's spelled correctly and everything. So that's very important. You can make multiple entries with different posts in each or all of the groups. But you can only win once per drawing, but you can win in multiple drawings. So like I said earlier, there's going to be 5 drawings. You could win in each drawing, but for the first drawing, you only win once. The second drawing, you only win once, and so forth. And the winners are going to be announced in a drawing video. So you must watch the drawings to see if you've won, because they will not reach out to you. Okay, so that's kind of a lot to take in, so that's why I wanted you to take a screenshot. And yeah, so that's how to enter. And these are the Facebook groups that you can go and post in. Okay, hashtag Teri's Crafty Christmas. Some of the prizes they're giving away, lots of kits, some grab bags, some physical prizes. Unfortunately, any physical prize is limited to the US. You know, the price of postage these days is just outrageous. So we do have one that will go to Europe. The rest is all US, and then of course you can win digital kits from LineDotArrow. And she makes some beautiful kits. So there we go. I think that is all the information for you. again, here's the Facebook groups to post your stuff in. And yeah, there's that. So let's get on to the project. Okay, so I've removed my glass map because I'm going to be doing a lot of cutting and I don't want to cut on that map. I've also zoomed you out quite a bit, so you're probably going to see my shirt and me hang over, so sorry about that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is make this contraption that I saw on Seven Plaza's YouTube a couple months ago, and I just kind of rewatched it a little bit. Oh, I think I just unplugged my light that was over there. Anyway, so I'm trying to do some of this by memory, but I'm also referring back to the video, so hopefully this goes well. What I have here are two file folders. They are, let's see, like 14 3/4 by 9 inches or 9 1/4, but I'm going to be cutting that down just a bit. First of all, because I don't want the you know, the metal part in here, so I'm going to cut right where that shiny part is. So then that would make these tell you what, I'm going to cut it at 8.5 inches because it makes it a little bit more, but just to make it easy, we'll just do, oops, we'll cut it at 8.5. Let's see here. My ruler's not long enough. I had another one that was, okay, well, let's do this then. And put this, okay, so now I'm going to be doing lots of flipping and turning and stuff, so just be warned. Okay, so we have this at about 8.5 inches. And honestly, the height doesn't really matter. I mean, you know, you want it to be straight, but this is the part where we really gotta we're gonna be doing some math, so I'm going to cut this down to exactly 14 inches to make it easier on myself. Okay, so we have 14 by 8.5. Now, this has a little pocket in here. I think I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to see where that ends up, because I think this actually ends up being the inside, but I'm going to cover everything up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so this one, I don't need to be very precise yet. So she has a file folder. She's in the Netherlands, so hers had an opening, and then it had another flip here, and then one here, and one here. So I need to put those on here. So I'm going to take this one, and let's see. Now this one I will need to take this off. Okay. So for this flap, I'm going to hinge it on, so I'm going to use the natural scores in here. So I'm going to cut this along this very last score. Okay. And then, since it's already folded here in the middle, I'm just going to, that'll be hinged on there, so I'm going to trim this down to 14, just like that one. Okay, and then there's also a natural score right here, so I think I'm going to trim it there as well, because this is going to be used, but we don't need it that big. Okay, and I'm going to miter these little corners, and let me think about this for a minute. She kind of flips it this way. Okay, I want to put this hinge excuse me, on the inside, because I think this is going to end up being the inside, although we could that's going to end up being the outside. So I want this to be, oh my gosh, I'm confusing myself. I want that to be, okay, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to use score tape and hope that it sticks on this shiny part well enough. That down on there really good. Okay, and then we want this on here. Like so. It feels like I got it just a little off, so hopefully That'll be okay. All right, so we have this flap and this flap. So now I need to make side flaps here. And I'm going to use this, but I want them to be kind of smaller. So I think I can just use my trimmer here. And I'm going to make them, see if we go, let's do 6 inches. Yeah, that'll work. We'll do 6 inches by, not sure which side is straighter. Oh, 6 inches by 5 inches. And I just want to make sure this is straight. Okay, so 5 by 6. So we'll take this one and we'll go 6 by 5. Okay. And then these need to flap over, so let me get my, this trimmer is also can be used as a scoreboard, so I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to do like a 1/2 inch score. So let me get a tool. I just use this, one of these with the little balls. Okay. So there's that one. Make sure I'm going the right way here. Okay, fold that in, fold that in, get our score tape. And before I take that off, I'm just gonna miter these a little bit. Take the tape off. Okay, so I think we want to go about in the middle. Let's see, 20. And if you don't get right in the middle, that's perfectly fine. These are just going to be kind of ways to hold a little journal in there. Okay. So let's do this side. Try to get it about the same. Okay. All right, so there we have our foundation. So now I need to what do I need to do? So those are for the book. Okay, so I need to score. I need to decide how wide I want my spine. So this is 14, and let's say we want the spine to be, let's come in 6.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. And 6.5. I think that gives us an inch spine. Now hers was 1.5 inches, so I'm just wondering if that's going to make much of a difference. I don't think so. Okay. We're going to try it. I may have to do this over. So we want to score from here all the way to here, not this smaller part. Okay, so this is going to take my scoreboard, and it's going to take a couple of goes at this. Okay, so we're going to go there, there. Let's see if I can get this back. So that's what we want there. Okay, then this one we want to go half. I really hope I'm doing this right. Okay. That's not very straight. So I know that's 14, so we're gonna go 7. Whoops. We really just want to go down to there. I went a little bit further, but this one kind of goes up there. Okay. So then, okay, so I did this wrong. This one actually needs to be scored in half. So we're going to do this again. Okay. This side is scored at the half mark. Okay, so now on the smaller flap, we're going to cut on those score lines. And I'm just going to use my ruler and my knife. Now don't cut all the way, you only want to cut to where your fold is. So don't let those score lines fool you. Okay, so we have 3 flaps there, and we're going to flip it around, and this one we're going to cut on the middle one that we made. Let's see. Get to the fold. Okay, so now we have 2 flaps here, 3 flaps there. Now, so this is going to be the outside, I believe. Okay, this is very awkward. So these are going to be the boxes that we're going to make for the front of this, right? I believe so. Let me, yeah, because these are the flaps. So what you need to decide then is if you want windows on these. Now is the time. Well, first of all, wait, we need to score some more. Sorry. So here's what we're gonna do. This one is scored at 1/2 inch. Okay, so we're gonna come in from that. So here's our flap. There's a 1/2 inch score here. If you didn't mess up like me, make your 1/2 inch score there. And then from the 1/2 inch on the inside part, you see that? Okay. Come in 3/4. So right there. I think that is right. Okay, so now this side, 1/2 inch, and then three-quarters. Okay, so I'm going to do the same to this side. So that's already got the 1/2 inch. Do 3/4. This side, 1/2 inch, 3/4. Okay, 1/2 inch, 3/4, 3/4, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4, 3/4, 1/2 inch. Okay. Now we want to cut this little area right here, but don't cut this off. So I'm just going to take my scissors. Just cut right up to that score line. Okay. And then we're just going to take a little bit of this off because we don't need that much. Then I'm going to miter these. So this is very awkward to do on camera. Okay. Miter that. miter that. Okay, so you can see, just mitered that a little bit. Whoops. And we're going to do the same thing here. Okay. Cut some of this off. And then miter. And miter. And we're going to do the same thing to this side. Okay. So then that is what you have left over. These little flaps, and then up here on this corner, I'm just going to miter where this 1/2 inch is. Just going to miter without cutting my finger off. Each one of these. Ugh. I know, guys. Sorry for all the flip-flop, but this is quite a big project here. So let's see. What am I doing? I need to go this way. Okay. So there we have those. We have these little flaps. Okay. And they're mitered. And then we've mitered these and these. Now, here is your work area. Okay? Because this is all going to be folded over. So if you want windows, now would be the time to do this. You can do it in both, you can do it in one, you can do it in either. I think I'm going to put windows in both. Margaret just did one. So I need to make some measurements, and I think I'll just use this natural score line right here as like a guide. So let's see, we got about 4.5 inches. So I'm going to come in 1/2 inch there. Okay, so then I've made a 3.5 inch line. So then I'm going to go, how can I make sure that's straight here? So 3.5, so 1, 2, 3.5. Okay. Let's do this one. And then connect them. So that's going to be my window. Now let's see if we can cut this out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go across. And then across this way. And then I'm going to fold these under. because I do not trust myself to really cut those nicely. I think that will look better. Okay. And then this is going to be folded here, so I don't want this blocking it, so I'm going to cut that. This one's okay, that one's okay. I'm going to cut that. So then I'm just going to glue all these down. Okay, so there's our window. Do I want to do that on the other side? I do. Okay, so I'm going to do this side and then I'll come back. Okay, so I have both of my windows cut here. And now I'm going to put some acetate. This is actually laminating sheets. So I just kind of, you know, I took it apart and just cut some pieces. So there's like a kind of like a sticky, scratchy side and of course a smooth side. So I want the smooth side down because I don't want this textured side on the other side. So this may be a little tricky now that I've put that tape on there. But let's see. I'm just going to trim this down. I think I'm just going to have to go over those folds because I don't know if this will like you know, stick to the tape, and I've already put the tape on there. So although if I use double-sided tape, let's see how that works. So okay, very cool. I think I got some marks in there, but I think that'll be okay. So I think that'll work. Now where I went over with my tape, if you just take, if I can find it, I've recently cleaned, so I don't know what I did with anything. But if you'll take like some wax, or like baby powder or something, and go over this. I usually have a little tea light candle laying around that I just for that, but apparently I don't. So let's just see if I, yeah, even if you just, like you got some ink on a brush or something. That works. Okay, so now let's do this side. Alright, so now we've got those. Gonna clean up a little bit here. Okay, so now I think we can fold. Okay. So we want to fold there. And there. So we have our spine here. I know this is tricky. Okay, and then these. Oh, did I do that wrong? Okay. So these get folded. Yeah, see, I really wanted this the outside, but that's okay. I got confused and we'll just go with it. Okay. So this is the inside. So we'll have a box here. This will be a flap, but we'll cut it down to size. Okay, I think I can go ahead and fold these. Ouch. Fold these. And this one, I'm going to cut this. Okay. And then I'm going to score or fold up on this natural score line here. Okay, so what we'll end up with is these little flaps will go in, and these will fold over, and that will fold up like so. And that'll be glued down, and then this will be a flap, but we'll definitely trim that down. Okay. And then the other side is going to be the same thing. So let me go ahead and get it folded. Okay, so that's what we'll have. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take this off. I don't want that adding bulk. And, alright, let's do this. So that. Cut that about right there. Okay, and I'll show you what we're going to do with this in a minute, but I just wanted to get these flaps. So I need to fold those over. Okay. And then I want to cut this off since it's a little too big. Let's see here. There. Think about there. Okay, and I'll probably miter these in just a little bit. So let's do this one. How far in was that? 1.25 inches and about 3/4. So I'll do 1.25 inches. Oops. I just messed up my pin. It won't. Oh goodness. Okay. Oh, I broke it. Okay, well. Okay. I pushed too hard. It doesn't work. And then what I say about about 3/4. I know this side gets special treatment, right? It gets the knife. I've been watching a little bit too much crime, or too much true crime. Okay. So then that one will go there. I gotta cut off, I think, just a little bit more. Okay, I will do that uno momento. Now this, what she did was she decided how far up she wanted to fold this. So I don't know, let's say 2 inches. And then she glued this on here, which made like a little handle. So, but if you don't want to do that, you can just cut that off. Okay, so this is the outside. I think I'm going to stop there because I want to decorate before I glue this together, and this video is already getting pretty long. If you don't want to wait to put your stuff on, then you just glue these boxes down and fix your flaps. Okay, so let's say those are glued. On the inside, you can make 2 signatures to put here, which we'll do. But I want to decorate first because I think it'll be easier to decorate with it not all put together. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. I'll have part 2 on tomorrow, and we will continue. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me so far. I really appreciate it. Again, down below is all the information for the collaboration. Please go and check out everybody's video that they're doing throughout the month. Everybody has to do at least 1 video, but if it goes into 2, that's fine. And yeah, thank you. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.